Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 9 of the Imperfect Professionals Podcast. This one is going to be a golden episode, I am sure, because it's Ep 9, and we're rolling through these episodes thick and fast. Now, it's felt like a long time because we have doing them now on a Monday night. Well, we're going to play it by ear, so just be on the lookout. Sort of thing, like some nights will be a Monday, and we might do a special sort of one, not special, but like different times of the week or different days of the week. So they might not always be on a Monday. So we'll change it up a bit. But primarily, I think on a Monday we'll be rolling into football talk as well. I think we're going to roll out a new logo for the footy season, and we'll touch on that a bit more. Welcome everybody. R1F2, Lenza, Just Cause, Grace 10, and g'day to everyone else. And g'day to our other host in Sportsnut. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Been a minute and a half since I got to say g'day, but yeah, we're running smoothly. Monday night, get used to that. Might be not as planned of a schedule as we had before with the Thursday night, but yeah. Boo, where is FL, guys? If you haven't seen the later episodes, he left the podcast, so yeah, it's a bit different, but we're not.
It's the second episode. It's the second episode we're in Sportsnut, so positive feedback. When there was feedback, I think everything ran smoothly last week. Obviously, a little bit different. He didn't retire. He's moving on to bigger and better things. He's joined another podcast. No, he hasn't.
I thought
he's not retired, though. So, he's not retired, but he's left. Lockie Miller, keen for the AFL season.
More than the Shrine can get timed out.
We are keen. For the AFL season.
Do I time out Gordon the Shrine?
Do what you want. Sportsnut. Keen for the AFL season.
Yeah, I'm very keen. Lockie should be good. And we're only 2 weeks away, are we?
I don't know. It's the last day of Feb.
No, we'd be tomorrow, 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, for whatever it is. It's 16th of March. 2 weeks. But no, I'm keen. Obviously, the power, my team. Obviously, we'll talk about the practice matches of what we saw of them. Obviously, Port lost to Gold Coast, but it doesn't matter. Like, you guys, you're probably going to be like, ha. But like, when Gold Coast do beat Port Adelaide in the real season, if that happens, then I'll be a little bit scared. But at the moment, I'm full of confidence. At the moment. Well, not full, but I haven't lost any confidence, is what I'm trying to say.
With our Bleach performance from the Pies, we'll probably... What?
Well, the Hawks, we're down by like 90 points, and you got a draw. You got a 141 draw.
Yeah.
What a crazy game. Why are they doing 6 quarters? Do you know the reason? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
But they did 6-quarter game. It was 141 apiece because Collingwood put on their second grade players in the 5th and 6th quarter, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was a good comeback, though. So
I was there. No, I wasn't, but yeah, it was a good comeback.
A little bit disappointing, though, because in the real thing...
It's disappointing, but I haven't lost too much confidence. At least we can smash a VFL side.
And, two things. It's not going to be a 6-quarter game, and another thing is you're not playing VFL side. But, I mean, a draw's a draw. Like, doesn't matter. Lockie Miller, 6-quarter game, because first 4-quarter is AFL players and last 2 is VFL. So does every team do like VFL?
Don't know. Promising signs for our VFL side if it was our VFL side smashing Collingwood, but...
Oh, yeah, I'm a bit bamboozled. What else happened? So Gold Coast beat 11. I think, did the Dons beat the Dogs?
Yeah, they did.
I think they could have. Melbourne absolutely smashed the Kangas.
That's very
Melbourne
good
are looking at absolute prime. I won't give away like too much of my. Obviously, Sportsnut's made a video on it. Mine's out tomorrow. I'll premiere
Sammy.
on my channel.
Yeah.
It'll be
Who
4:30.
did you play,
Australian
Lockie?
Eastern Standard
Did
Time.
you play the Tigers?
Anyway, Geelong played Tigers. I'm not sure who won, but we'll get an update. But yeah, 4:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'll reveal my predictions. I won't give too much away. I won't give too much away at the moment. Sammy says Bombers won. Yeah, unreal for the Bombers. Yes, it's only a practice match, but it's good.
The
It's
only
good to
thing
see
that I'm taking seriously is the D's flogging North. I know it's only North, but I reckon that's very promising for the D's.
No, they're primed. They're primed to win another flag. I won't give it away who I think's going to win a flag, as I said tomorrow's video. But they're looking in pole position,
Won
I
by
reckon.
6. Well, that's the thing. I mean, you want a close game if you're like. It doesn't really matter if the result, if you win or lose, if it's close. All you want is just to see promising signs.
G'day, IJM. There he is. Was it Grace? Was asking where was he? He's in chat.
Well, that's the thing, IJM. I mean, you wouldn't be too disappointed because you showed promising signs. It was pretty close.
Yeah. Freo won by 97, says Grace. Yeah, Freo
that's
absolutely
huge.
smashed the Eagles.
I reckon West Coast won't be very good, but...
Yeah. Sammy J says, yeah, it's a pracky game, but yeah, I'll take it though. Yeah, I don't think that you can't really, like, you can say, but like, I think when it's, what's it called this year? The Amy?
Yeah, community series.
The Amy Community Series? That, it's a bit more.
Yeah,
like,
that you can kind, because that's just teams just trialing stuff. That's true.
But when it's round 1, we will see what is going to happen.
Well, the D's versus Dogs could be interesting.
Anyway, it's good to talk AFL on the podcast because we haven't done that. We'll touch on cricket a bit after because there's still some stuff happening, but mainly AFL, and we'll be getting to AFL even more when the season starts on the 16th. Now, it's a Wednesday night game to kick off the season.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Grand final rematch. Oh yeah, I'm not a fan. You can do a grand final rematch in round 1, but like the first game, a grand final rematch, I'm not sure. And a Wednesday night,
both teams were 6-0 last year.
It's a ritual. And yeah, one team will lose first round. It's a ritual to have Carlton and Richmond Thursday night at the G, and that's what's going to happen. But what is different is it's not the first game of the round.
I reckon that just gives Carlton more of a chance, if you ask me. And Carlton fans are probably the ones looking about it. I reckon that just gives them more of a chance if we face it.
Yeah. Yeah. G'day, fantastic footy.
Yeah, g'day.
Lockie Miller's not a fan of the grand final rematch.
Friday night, yeah, I'm a fan of that. What do I do?
I mean, I don't like Wednesday night footy, like round 17 or whatever. But, like, because it's round 1, I feel like people are obviously they're still going to be up and about because it's the first game of footy we've had in ages. But the grand scheme of things...
Wednesday night, a grand final rematch, will that get a crowd? It's a school night in the middle of the week.
It is. It's interesting. But as I said, it's the first game back. People are not going to care whenever the game's played. But preferably on that Thursday night, Carlton, Richmond. He's looking, when I say Gillan McLaughlin, he's looking to do more Thursday night games in the future. And you love it for
what I don't like about the fixtures,
Wednesday,
not round 1, but there's double Friday nights. I mean, seriously.
Friday night for that game would have been good, says IJM. What, the grand final rematch? Yeah, probably. I'd say Friday, and then you do the Thursday, like the first game. Like grand final rematch, as I said, round 1, okay, but like first game, it's a bit you know what I mean? So, I wouldn't mind that, like a Friday night grand final rematch. Thursday,
Big Shot is always rubbish, but not this rubbish. I reckon the first round fixture's pretty poor, but as it goes on, it's not too bad. Well, some games are TBC as well. Tips and predictions for Russia versus Ukraine. I tip Russia by 3,000 troops. Well, Ukraine are hanging in there at least. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we feel for the Ukrainians in
Yeah,
the world
thoughts out to the
against
Ukrainians.
Russia. What
Anyway,
else is the chat saying? What chat's up and about? So I reckon we'll continue with chat. Let's talk about the double Friday night matchups. Wow, I'm not a fan. So what are they doing?
yeah.
Are they doing like a
Yeah,
twilight
they're
game
doing
followed
like a
by a
Twilight
night?
game. And then they're
Oh no.
doing,
What have they done
yeah.
here? Gee. I don't know about that. Lockie Miller, Wednesday night footy should never happen in my opinion. I'd rather an extra game on Sunday Arvo. Yeah. Not a bad shout. Another game on a Sunday Arvo because they definitely have more on a Saturday. And you love a bit of Saturday footy. But yeah, Sunday footy, it's pretty good as well. Well, all footy's pretty good in the grand scheme of things. Isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, I'd like to see a 1:45 and 2:10 on a Sunday. I mean, on a Saturday Arvo, that's what's good, I reckon.
Yeah.
Not 2 Friday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon we should, while the viewers are coming in, I reckon we'll get into the first segment, which will be the topic of the week. The topic of the week is, will Richmond give it one last crack at winning a flag? Obviously, they're in the dynasty, or they were in the dynasty, or the dynasty, whatever you want to say. Obviously, 2021, they went down to 12th. Will they give it one last crack? Will they just finish in the top 8? Will they not finish in the top 8? Will they give it one last crack, finish in that top 4, and try to win another flag and then say, yep. What's going to happen? Mainly for this one, I don't want to give so much away, but they could.
For everybody who's watching my video, they know that I predicted them to come 12th. I believe I did. Yeah, I just feel like the momentum stopped for the Tigers, and last year will really affect them. But I can. It all relies on injuries, really. That's my take.
Well, people were saying the stand rule came in at the wrong time for the Tigers, injuries. It just wasn't their year last year. So
it all depends on injuries, though, because, like, let's say the D's have a really affected year injury-wise, they won't be that good. It really just depends on injury for every single club.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Looking
so
Miller, it's hard to go past them. They have so much experience around their club with players and coaching staff. I feel like they were unlucky last year with injuries. Yeah, they're a team that can...
Yeah, they just can't get injured. Well, that's the thing, though.
I don't think
I think Cardi said it in his Big Coles video. It all really relies on Dusty, if he gets back to his best, if Tarrant performs for them.
Graz, Freo to make finals this year. Find out tomorrow for me.
I agree, but they'll just sneak in and make the 8.
Lockie Miller, Richmond are in my top 4. Yeah, Richmond's a team, you have them in your top 4 or you don't have them in the 8, but then you can also have them just getting in the 8.
I'm pretty sure Lender, if he's still here, he predicted them.
What I'm trying to say...
Yeah, he said in chat that he
they're either going
to
give it one last crack or they're not going to give it one last crack. Obviously, they're trying to
one
still
thing
win the
for
flag
certain is, if Richmond scrape in and finish 8th, you don't want to be playing them in finals.
At the end of the day, question answered no for sports.
If you saw, I think Kaydos's vid today, his final matchups, if obviously they won't happen, but let's say they actually all happen. We just want to see big crowds this year, because I reckon the crowds will be normal. Won't be.
You've got to say the finals at the G.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be good because the G is the
and
best ground for Australian rules football sport.
And watch all 8 interstate teams make, and there won't be one final except for the Granny in Victoria. How shouldn't that happen though? Doss
Yeah, I
put
know.
Carlton 6. Yeah, I saw that. Probably too
Yeah,
high. And he put the Swans 8, which I don't see Carlton finishing higher than Sydney, that's for sure.
well, he put him 4th in his season predictions, but
Yeah, I
he
know.
put him down to 8th today, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's good.
Full
It's good to
capacity in
chat
Vic
though.
now. Yeah.
Well, I reckon we should do it on a Monday more often because we're piling in the viewers here on the
Yeah, I
Monday.
know. Nobody else is showing, which is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is like the most engaged the chat's been all
that's been
episode.
good. Maybe it's because the footy talk.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe it's because of that.
It's good
I
to have
saw a
footy guys,
comment
but
which I want to actually respond to.
yeah,
I'm not
what?
sure. Thoughts. This is Grace. Thoughts on Freo's new away Guernsey being their home Guernsey in away shorts. Has that been announced? Has it? Have you heard anything?
Yeah, I didn't see that, but that's
Speaking about
interesting.
Guernseys, though, there's been St Kilda have put out their that classic red cross sort of design as their away.
Yeah,
That looked pretty good. And the new Ruse away
yeah,
kit or clash kit, I like it. I think it's a
yeah.
good design.
Like,
What's
it's
your
just
feelings
good
on
to.
that Fremantle kit? Fremantle. Well, you don't
Well,
know
I
about the
haven't
Fremantle
seen it
kit, but
yet,
the
but I didn't know about it, but it's pretty interesting.
the kangaroos,
I'm about
that
to make a
clash,
huge call in the chat. All right.
says Lockie. Well, say it. Lenza.
My top four
Oh,
are Brisbane Bulldogs, Cats Power, solid Shannon.
Lenza. I wouldn't be surprised if Sydney dropped down to around 16, but I reckon they'll make the 8. St Kilda for Wooden Spoon. He said it. He said it as
St
Lockie Miller.
Kilda for Wooden Spoon.
Collingwood
Yeah,
for
look,
Wooden
I'm not
Spoon,
a
says
fan of
Shannon.
that, but
Probably a bit more
if Jack
realistic.
still gets injured, they're gone. I know, like, they've still got other players, but they'll just wreck everybody's confidence. They're gone if Jack still does an ACL round 1.
Yeah. He's a good player, and he'll be up in contention for the Brownlow, depending on St Kilda's year. Like, I reckon
Yeah,
they're
well, I
still
predicted
thereabouts,
him for the Brownlow. So I
challenging. I
hope
don't
he
think
doesn't do an
they could drop
ACL, but
off. They could drop off. I'm not sure.
shut up, Shannon.
Says Lenza. Oh,
Jeez.
because he's put him Collingwood for the Spoon. Lenza, fellow Collingwood supporter. They
They
are a
are a
train wreck.
train wreck.
The St Kilda
Yeah.
Football Club, says Lockie Miller.
Can we just get back to
Interesting.
Lenza comments, though, about
Yeah.
the Sydney finishing 16th? I don't mind that as a big call, actually. They could.
Yeah, well, I just want to say it now, but I won't want to give my video away. But I'll say tomorrow where I'm going to put Sydney because yeah, they could drop off. They have got a very very young list, but I see them doing fairly good. As Lockie Miller
Yeah,
says, they're finishing second. They're
that's
in
the
the
thing.
8.
I mean, and
I
also
wouldn't give
losing
away. I put
an
them in the
elimination
8.
final by 1
Which,
point and then having
yeah.
a major road back might hurt them, but I still think it won't.
The Giants. Do you have them making it, Sportsnet? I forget where you put them.
The Giants, yes, I had them 7th, but they could go anywhere. They like the most unpredictable team in the comp this year.
Select
I reckon.
footy cards should pop up in source tomorrow, says Lenza.
Jeez,
When are the team coaches coming out, or are they
don't
not
know.
announced? But don't really collect footy cards, but I
Same.
might get a packet or two just for a little video. But they'll
Yeah,
probably be team coach ones. But
the
we'll
videos that
see.
I did of footy cards last year were so cringe, and I've deleted them. So I'm not a fan of doing footy card videos, but I might.
Lenza.
Ain't
Cheerios
happening,
have been
Lockie.
like that for
Says
years.
Cardi.
They could place anywhere.
Alright, that is a
Yeah.
real Cardi. G'day. But yeah, I don't know. It's a massive call if St Kilda. The only way I see St Kilda finishing last is if Jack Steele does an ACL round 1.
Oh, I don't think it's all on him. He's a critical part.
Yeah,
And we'll
true.
hear a bit more of Cardi's thoughts because he is in chat. Yes, he's a major part, but I reckon they've still got the players. And I don't see him doing like too bad. I
Yeah.
reckon they might get in the 8, they might not. We'll have to
Hmm.
see. They'll be thereabouts, they'll
Anyway,
be in or out. They'll be knocking on the
Geelong's an
door,
interesting
they'll be in there.
subject.
Geelong. Yeah, some people are saying they're going to drop off because they've got an old list.
Yeah,
And some
I
people, it's
put them
hard not
six in
to
my
put
season
them.
predictions, but now thinking about it, I actually reckon they'll be pretty good this year, Geelong. Like, they've been talked about dropping off for the past however long, and they never do. I still reckon they won't make the 4. They'll finish 5th or 6th, I reckon. But they actually won't be too badly. The competition's just going to be so good this year.
Lenza, if St Kilda didn't have Jack Steele, where do Saints finish? What's that?
If Jack still goes down round 1 with an ACL, then probably 14th, 13th, I'd go. Where would you go, Cam?
As I said, similar position. Obviously,
Yeah.
probably not going to do as good, but let's hope that Jackie Steele
Well,
doesn't get an
to
injury.
be honest, I've got them 11th where they have now, and Jack's still winning a Brownlow. I reckon they'll probably finish. They got a chance of finishing in the 8. I reckon from about 12th to 8th, it's going to be very tight, and then they'll be a step below where Hawthorn will finish 13th. I've got Carlton 14th. I changed my mind about that, but oh well, they might.
I don't know if I've said this, I might have had in the intro, but because the AFL season's around the corner, next couple of weeks we'll whip out a new logo for the pod.
Yeah.
Footy one. I think I might have said that. But that's what we're going to do. But no, it was good to see some pracky matches on the KO that were streamed on.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't watch on KO, which was annoying. But will the Amy Community Series be streamed on KO only or Fox?
No, it'll be on Fox.
Yeah, you'd assume. I don't think Ratton will lead them to finals again. Yeah, fair call. Maybe. I reckon Ratton's an underrated coach. I reckon he's actually decent game plan, but last year wasn't ideal for him, obviously. I've got the Blues 10th. That's exactly where I reckon they will finish now. Yeah. I did a video on whether they'll make finals. I'm kind of thinking they could now. Just reckon they're 1 year off making finals. But yeah. I
What
reckon
about the
10th was
doggies?
spot on. Doggies, yeah. They didn't even a lot of they'll make the 4 this year, surely. But I reckon a lot of teams that lose the flag don't have a good year the year after. And the doggies, geez, they've got a big chance of losing round 1. And if they do, that might really affect them.
But yeah, the Dogs, obviously runners up. They finished 5th, but it wasn't a reflection of their season.
No,
Was
they
it?
dominated and then they just lost to us, lost to the Dons, and lost to. Did they win
and some
round
people.
23? No, they lost
No.
to you guys.
Yeah. In a
Yeah,
close affair.
And then Brisbane
Yeah,
just
some people are saying that the Dogs after round 23 when they finished 5th, that they've been good all season, but they've dropped off at the wrong time going into finals. Some people said that Kane Corns is one of those people, but Doggy said no. We're gonna get back to form in finals, but end of the day.
Yeah.
They didn't win the flag, so Kane Corn stood there like, hey, they didn't win the flag, but you've got to give it, Kane. They did make the final, so good job to them for making the final. Obviously, we won't rave on about the grand final too much, but they were in a pretty good position, obviously, 3rd and 4th quarter days blew it away. But I don't think it's too bad for the Dogs. I think it's a bit of an they haven't got a young list. They've got a mature, or maybe not mature, depending on how you celebrate prelim finals.
Yeah. Mate, Corn, yeah, I don't like Kane Corns either, but yeah. Hawthorn will finish 11th in my opinion. That's very high, Lockie, especially from a Geelong supporter. I see us finishing anywhere from, well, we could make the 8 if we actually try, but I reckon Sam Mitchell would just try to rebuild at least. I reckon if we wanted to make, like, if we wanted to actually have a decent season, Clarko would be still there. So I reckon if, like, the only reason we sack Clarko is to rebuild, surely. But
Probably.
yeah,
Lens at Port 11th thoughts.
too low. Obviously Cam will say no, but I don't know. Port go under the radar every year. People just drop them out of the 4 for no reason.
Because
Kados
they
is one
lost the
as well.
prelim.
But dropping them out of the 8? No.
Contributing factor that they that they lost the prelim. That is why probably people are putting them outside the
Yeah.
top 4. We'll have to see. Obviously, that game against Gold Coast, wasn't a true reflection. I don't think,
Yeah.
but it might be.
I reckon preseason really doesn't matter, especially that practice match. Amy Community Series is a notch above, but yeah.
Yeah, round 1 is the real deal,
Yeah.
and then we've got
I
the
don't
off
think
season has gone quite quickly. It
I
might have gone
don't.
longer for some people that
Yeah.
don't like cricket, because obviously me and Swartz aren't
Yeah.
cricketing fanatics. We're sort of devolved in that, but for people that
Yeah.
don't like another sport, or maybe not cricket, they might have another sport. Might have
Yeah.
been a longer off season for them, but it's here, sort of. No, we're definitely here. Pre-season, when is that? The 3rd. IJM doesn't
Um.
matter where they finish; they will still lose the prelim. IJM,
Nah, they'll go around and trade sets. Nah.
or
Well,
they'll lose the prelim, or they'll make it to the grand final. That's if they finish in the
or
top
they'll
4.
lose in the elimination final if they get one.
Or yeah, but no. Well, we'll have to see about the power.
Brisbane, nobody has touched on. Brisbane is an interesting one. I've noticed, like myself, a lot of people are putting them outside a 4. I don't know if
Lockie
they
Miller,
don't.
AFLW, has been good this off season.
No, not a.
No,
Well,
not a,
maybe,
well.
but
I
I
haven't
haven't watched one
watched it
game.
because when
It's
it
just too low
started,
scoring for mine.
it was still the cricketing season, which is
Yeah,
getting towards the. Obviously, there's never an off season for cricket with overseas tournaments and that.
yeah. I can't
Lenza
comment on the
2020 was
AFLW.
Port's peak. I know we finished
Yeah,
first in 2020, and where did we finish in 2021 doesn't matter. I think we played better in 2021. Like that, 2020
yeah.
was the year where we said, "Yep, we'll actually do good for once," and maybe that 150th year might have gave us a bit of motivation to
G'day,
get
Brisbane
up
Lions
there.
magician. But yeah,
Oh, g'day,
no
Brisbane
Eric Gifford.
Lions
Yeah.
magician.
When do
Yeah,
Pies
will
make
be.
finals next? 2025,
I thought you were going to say 20 years.
2026 or 5. I'm going to say Lenza because, yeah, I reckon, where do you reckon, Cam? It's a tough one, but I reckon you really are going to rebuild you boys this year.
I'm not sure on the Pies, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Oh, in
What
my
about North?
predictions, I don't reckon they've got a bad list, to be honest.
What about North?
Oh, North.
With their Jason Horn, Francis.
North probably. Yeah, I feel like Jason Orn won't even have. He'll have a good year, but he won't impact the Roos.
What about Matty Rao as well? Do you reckon he'll come
Yeah,
back and win the Brownlow?
I'm a big fan of Matty Rao, but last year he just couldn't get going. I reckon he was kind of rushed back. Maybe that's my take on it.
Mm.
And now that he's actually had a proper full pre-season, I reckon he'll be good.
Mm. We'll have to say, but it's been a pretty good chat for half an hour or so. We'll wrap up in a minute or two. We'll get through our last segment, which is, what is it? Best of the week, which is the best 6 of the week and the best wicket of the week. But over the next episode or the next couple of, we might do it in the pre-season. Definitely round 1, we'll transfer that over to goal and mark of the week.
It might be different next week because the test match will be on.
True. But pre-season, definitely round 1 will be goal and mark.
Yeah. Look, best of the week. We'll just rush through it because.
We'll
So
go through
weekend
it.
of the week.
What is the cricket thing? We've got the PSL. That final was on overnight, I think.
Yeah.
The Molten Sultans lost.
Yeah.
they were like the best team all season, but they lost to the Lahore Highlanders, and I think the 6 in the wicket that Sportsnet's got is between that game.
Yeah.
Is that so?
So, yeah, wicket and 6 of the week. Wicket of the week is Asif Afridi getting out Shafiq. Big wicket in context of the game. Stumping, try to get down. If he hits it, if he connects, it's a 6. But instead, goes under the bat, stumping, big wicket. 6 of the week is Muhammad Hafiz hitting Asif Ali for 6. Straight down the ground, beautiful shot. And yeah, that's
no,
best
well,
of the
we'll do
week.
it in opposite order. We usually roll the stinger first, but we'll do it at the end. Yeah, that wasn't planned at all. Sportsnet completely forgot about it, and I did midway through. Anyway,
The viewers dropping because of cricket talk. Exactly.
We're a footy and cricket team podcast, and obviously, really, yes, indeed. We're a footy and cricketing podcast, and we'll cover Pakistan and Australia a little bit, but because the AFL is here, and from round 1 onwards, it'll pretty much be all AFL talk, or football talk.
Yeah.
When's that my favourite episode of the podcast so far? Yeah, it's been a bit of an interaction with chat.
Yeah, it probably has been the best step, to be honest.
It's been quite good, probably because it's sort of AFL and people, I think they've rated it. All the viewers have said
Brisbane
so.
Lions Magician, I haven't yet. I'll watch it after this, though.
Nah, but cheers for watching. Everyone that's joined. It's been good fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll see you for Ep 10.
Yeah, cheers for watching.
We've made it to double digits.
Yeah.
We'll see you then. Probably on the Monday, but who knows? We might, do some other days. But the main is probably going to be on a Monday.
Yeah.
Anyway, see ya.